I'ma keep it a bean. Stick to the script, every scene. This from last year, but they clean. Say to say, I'ma take something else, but it's a winning team. Charlie Sheen, fam gang, the regime. I'm from Piney Green.
What's good, Shellitronnn here with the most woke, no joking. I'm back at it again with a brand new video, and I want to talk about something that I find very, extremely interesting. A bit of news that just came out that is very, illuminating for the Carolina Panthers. It covers 3 different players, but I'm going to focus mainly on one. And the news is that there's going to be 3 guys who are going to start off training camp in the preseason on the physically unable to perform list, the PUP list. If you haven't heard about it, it's just basically saying these guys cannot go during training camp. These guys are allowed to use the facilities. They can work out. They can go to team meetings, but they cannot participate in the actual practices. They cannot be out there on the field going through drills, going through walkthroughs, all that kind of stuff. The guys are barred from actually being out there with the team. But it's not just about the definition of the PUP list. It's a couple of the guys who are actually on the list. There is linebacker Jermaine Carter, who did show he showed some bright spots last year when he got chances. I thought he was a really good addition to the team. Actually, when he first got drafted, I was not all that high on it. I was thinking we got way too many linebackers. But last year, his role on the team wasn't really all that deep, but he did flash to me a few times. And as the weeks went on, I thought to myself, maybe it was a good pickup. I never really had a problem with him specifically. I had a problem with us not drafting O-linemen back in 2018. Not a big deal anymore. I just want to give a little context. One of the other guys who is now on the PUP list is a guy named Chubb, who I honestly won't even lie to you. I don't know all that much. I know he hurt himself during minicamp, but the 3rd guy on this list, on the physically unable to perform list, is Torrey Smith. This right here is very surprising. I don't want to use words like foreshadowing or implication here, but this does not look all that great. As far as we know, I hadn't heard anything all that much, at least, about Torrey Smith still being hurt. I know there were some times during minicamp that he wasn't actually I think I read maybe 1 or 2 of the days he wasn't actually with the team doing the workouts. Now, we did only ever get news from the reporters and the writing staff from about 1 of every 4 days, every 3 days of minicamp. So we understand that he could have been off and not with the team doing drills, doing practices for more often than we actually heard about. But Torrey Smith starting off the preseason or training camp on the PUP list sounds to me like the kind of point I was making about Terry Godwin in one of my previous videos that came out, I think, earlier today, but this video is coming out tomorrow, so yesterday. Basically what I said was I would not be surprised if the team were to put Terry Godwin on the practice squad for a few weeks just to see what we had in the receiving core and say, okay, well, if things aren't working out, we can maybe waive one guy and then pull Godwin up from the practice squad and let him have a chance on the active roster. I would not be all that surprised if this is what we're seeing from Torrey Smith and the PUP list. Now, there are 2 different PUP lists. Or there's 3 really, but 2 for what we're talking about right here. There's the preseason PUP list, which means you can't really practice in the preseason, but then there is the actual regular season PUP list, which means if you spend the whole preseason on the PUP list and you're still not ready to go, you spend the first 6 weeks inactive. The first 6 weeks of the regular season, you are not allowed to play. Now, we're not even there yet. It's the very first day of training camp, so we don't even know. We're not even close to being at that point yet. It's not September yet. But at this point, I would not be 100% surprised if we saw Torrey Smith spend the first 6 weeks of the regular season on the PUP list still, and the team looks at, okay, maybe we use Terry Godwin, maybe we use Aldrick Robinson, maybe we can keep Rashad Ross, maybe we use Jaden Mixon, I think it's Mickens, who we just signed just earlier to compete for that quick return, punt return specialist kind of job there on that role. We could do a lot of different things with Torrey Smith not being on the roster. And I 100%, I want to make it clear right here, I think Torrey Smith would be a valuable piece to our offense. I don't think that he's a bad guy or a bad receiver. The only problem I ever had with Torrey Smith was that $5 million mark, which was never fully guaranteed. That's already been handled and addressed numerous times, so I'm not going to get into that anymore. But this is a very, very interesting development here. We'll see if it actually extends further than the training camp further than the preseason, and when we get to regular season, we'll see how that goes. But I'm actually this is a very eye-opening one for me, because when I heard the news that there's going to be guys starting off the year on the PUP list, I thought to myself, okay, maybe Darrell Williams, maybe Matt Paradis, but both of those guys are going to be ready to go in training camp, going through with what they're doing. And also Ian Thomas. Ian Thomas was a guy that we saw, he did not work out at all during minicamp, and they said numerous times he wasn't going to be working out. They said that they're going to be looking at him during training camp, and that'll be the time when he actually does his workouts and is with the team and practices and all that kind of stuff. So that makes sense to me, but this Torrey Smith news really hit me. There's a lot of things the team can do if Torrey Smith can't go the first 6 weeks of the year. This is a very interesting development here. But that's all I got for you today, man. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on Torrey Smith? Thoughts on Jermaine Carter? Thoughts on Matt Paradis, Ian Thomas, and Darrell Williams not starting off the year on the PUP list? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon, and you already know what to do with that like button.
Cheers to you, appreciate the chance. Been told y'all I been the man. Been told y'all I had the gift. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Real ones gonna recommend. Count this as another win.